All right, Harmony Science Academy 6th grade math students, let's get into material leading to CBA 6. Okay, we're gonna work hard, but more importantly, we're gonna work smart this time. We talked about it, so let's get into it. Okay, here we're gonna be dealing with exponents, okay, which are these guys, and we'll break it down a lot slower in class. But here's the bottom line. Okay, this is 3. There's no exponent, at least not visually, but it that I don't know if you've been taught that. That's an imaginary one or an invisible one. Okay, all numbers have an exponent. It's always a one when it's invisible, but we would hate to write it all the time, so we just don't write it, but it's assumed. Okay, so let me just make note of that. 3 to the 1 power, or with 3 with exponent 1 equals 3. Okay, now while we're here, let me give you a quick bonus. What would 3 to the 0 be? Okay, you guys can go home, try it on the calculator, but it would actually give you 1. So pay attention. Anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. Very powerful knowledge, just right out of the gates. Okay, so anyways, if 3 to the first is 3, okay, then what is 3 to the fifth? It's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What about 3 to the third? I think you guys know it'd be 3 times itself 3 times, right? So when they talk about simplifying, basically we've got all these 3's getting multiplied, so 5 of them, then 3 over here, that's 8, and one more, it's 3 to the ninth. Okay. So I put a comma there. I could have easily just put multiplication, so maybe I should do that here real quick. Okay. So we have basically this guy, which is him, these guys, which is him, and then these are him. Okay, all right. Let's move on to write the prime factorization of each. Do not use prime factorization. So the factors, okay, prime are numbers that, for example, 3 can only be divided by 3 and 1, right? Is 4 prime? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Well, it's not, because it can be divided by 2, or rather, right? 1 times 3, that's it. It doesn't break down any further. 4 times 1 does break further. Okay, we get 2 times 2. Okay, so prime are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and itself. If it can be divided by something else, it's not prime. Okay, so anyways, here we have 88. Let's put it way over here. I'm going to break it up into its factors, which is 11 and 8. Now 11 is already prime, so I'm going to circle it. Okay, the question is 8 prime? No, of course not, right? We know it's 4 times 2. Is 4 prime? No. Is 2 prime? Yes. I'm going to circle, right? I'm going to circle the prime so I can leave those alone, and then 4 I can continue to break it down, which is 2 times 2, and these two are primes. So when it comes to writing the prime factorization of each number, as you guys will practice in class, you guys will use this tree, and if you circle them, it'll make your life very easy. We can just put 11 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, and if you guys are comfortable with the exponents, you can write it as 11 times 2, 1, 2, 3 to the third. Okay, and lastly, okay, we'll talk about this a lot more in class, but to solve these, okay, I'll find out today if you guys have used PEMDAS in the past. If not, we'll go a little slower. If you have, it'll help us move faster. Okay, so again, you'll see this in class: parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and this is your instructions as to how do you solve a problem like this. Okay, so parentheses means I have to do this one and this one first. Here I can do that pretty easy. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, notice these are instructions. Where do I start? Because I could start all sorts of places, but it would give me a lot of times the wrong answer. Now in here, I've got these parentheses and these parentheses. I'm going to work with these parentheses first, okay? 3 squared minus 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay? So notice what I did here. I'm using this powerful instructions to help me break it down. Okay, now I'm going to go a step further. He's done, this guy's done, but now I have to do these parentheses. So I'm going to go 5. All right, parentheses are helpful to organize. Once you've used them to take care of business, you can remove them, okay? I haven't finished here, so I'm going to go 3 squared. And this is what we have. Now, PEMDAS still says, hey, focus in here. I do have subtraction and an exponent, but it says to do exponent first. So I'm going to go 5 minus 3 times 3 is 9 minus 4. Now I do want to divide, but I have to do the parentheses first, right? So 5 in here, I get a 5. And now I don't need the parentheses no more. I get 5, divided by 5, which gives me 1. Okay? All right, we'll get way more practice in class. Appreciate you guys. Catch you in class.